Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Tuesday Craft Day. Well, today we're going to be making a tulip wreath. Now, I've never made a tulip wreath, and when I make it today it won't be like anybody else you've ever seen make a tulip wreath, because I'm not using the styrofoam that they normally use and the florist pins. I'm going to be using one of my 8-inch wire frames. Remember, we bought a whole bunch of those to make for inserts to go on the Forever Wreath. Now, the Forever Wreath, for those of you who might not have been here before, is just a plain green wreath that I got on Amazon for about $10 or $11, but I think Walmart has them also. And I'm putting different inserts, different middles on it that will go for different seasons and or holidays. And right now it has a green one that is for St. Patrick's Day. And we also made a carrot wreath that we could use for Easter. It's a little bit big, but I think we could still use it. And today we're going to make a tulip wreath. And the tulip wreath I can use for either Easter or just spring after Easter, before and after. So I'm going to take you down to the desk and we're going to show you the supplies. I used tulips from Michael's, and they were $1.99 a bunch. I used the 8-inch frame. I bought 10 of them from Amazon a while back. I have one roll of mesh that's from the Dollar Tree that I had in my stash from last year or the year before. And I have zip ties. And so we're going to, and the last thing I'll be using is a florist tape, and I'll show you how. So anyway, let me take you down to the desk and we'll get busy making a tulip wreath for my Forever wreath. Back in a second. Okay, I'm just starting by wrapping this 8-inch frame in some of this Dollar Tree mesh. I actually had this from last year. I glued the first piece and I'm just trying to spread this out. It's not really hiding the frame, and I don't really care that it's not hiding the frame, but it's just going to give it a little bit nicer background. And I think I can still put my flowers on the way I'm hoping to, because this mesh is quite holy, I guess you'd call it. And it's a little bit tough because it's a wider thing, but we can get it. It's looking pretty good. I think just one more. It's not sticking too well. It's just difficult to do this without getting burned because it comes right through this mesh. There we go. All right. Get off this little tail. Okay, now I want to try something. I got some hot glue on my finger and see. I have these little small zip ties. So I'm going to see if I can go in through the mesh and come back out through the mesh. I have to put my glasses on. I'm trying to go around one of those bars. I might have to go all the way through to get it to turn. There we go. Oh, I didn't, lost it. There we go for a minute. I might have to get longer ones. It's no problem getting through the mesh, but it's a little hard to hold on to them when they're this short. Here you go. So that's how I have these, and that's how I'm going to plan to attach the flowers, okay? So the next thing I've got to do is to make my flower bunches. And I think I can get 2 flower bunches out of each one of these, at least. See, how many do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to try to do 4 and 4. Let's see what we get. One, 2, and right now I'm not taking the leaves. I can add the leaves later, I think. 4, popping all over. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, you know, normally when people make these wreaths, they use a like a styrofoam base. So I'm going to take 4 of these and put them together. And I have some florist tape. And I'm just going to make little bundles. And florist tape kind of stretches and then sticks to itself. So there you go, a little bundle. Now we're going to try putting this on the wreath. using the zip tie, which I put in backwards. Oh dear, oh me. There we go. Let's see where I want it to go. I think there. See that? Let's try one more bundle. I dropped one on the floor. Okay, now I'm going to put the next one. So we'll have to put this on here to see where we can, so we can measure for the next one. And I think we want it to go right about there. Look at that. That's going to be great. Now let's see if I can put this on in the correct direction. So I want that to go right about here. I go down. And up. Get my tulips where I want them to go. And I have that little tool, and that might work nicely for tightening these. Look at that. And these, some of them fall down in the middle and some of them are out here to the side. Okay, I'm going to stop and make some more bundles so that they'll be ready to go, and we'll get back to putting some more on. I'll be back in a few. Okay, I've got, I think, 6 more bundles made, so let's see how far we get with those. What I like about this is I can still twist it a little bit when I put it on. Well, that one's going to be pretty right there. So I can see I need to put my tie right about here. Just going all the way through to the bottom, bending it up, coming all the way back up again. Okay. And then I'm just going to put this in. I can maneuver it a little bit wherever I like it. Well, and I'm going to put this in here, I think. That's coming out lovely. Look at that. And there's still a little wiggle room. So we'll continue going around here. I can turn them whichever way looks the best. I like that right there. So I'm going to put the tie right here. And I'm going down, sort of like darning a sock. And I'm going to come back up again. I'm going to hold that there if I can, so I can kind of make sure I get it in that place. Might not be able to maneuver this zip tie, but we'll see. There, I think I got it. Oh my goodness. And it's in backwards. Well, as long as I'm holding on to it, I'll do it again. Actually, I can turn them while they're down there. I should have looked. Get down that way. And up right about there. There we go. This is a zip tie puller, and it just pulls them down tight and then cuts them off. I'm loving it. Look at that. All right, moving on around. And with the frame wrapped, if a little of the frame shows, that's fine. Too big, too far away. Here we go. Gee, this was really not that difficult. I was envisioning it to be a little bit more challenging. The challenging part's getting this thing on, because, like everything else, it's made for a right-handed person. All right, now I have put them, if you can see through here, you can see 1 and 2. Sometimes, now this one I just attached around this frame. This one I think I'm going to attach around this one. You just put them on, turning them to see which way they fit the best, and then see where it lands. I pushed it down with my thumb, and it's really landing towards the inside one. So that's where I'm going to put this one. And I think the Dollar Tree mesh especially, but I'm thinking you could almost do that, this same technique with any mesh because of the holes in it. I let go that time. I'll fix it. Right about there. Good. Okay, I've got 2 more made. I think we're going to need a little bit more than that. That's good right there. It's hard for me to show you my hands. I'm pulling this all the way down so I have plenty to work with at the bottom to get it back up through the hole. And I can't really see it, so I'm doing it by feel more than anything else. Now, right in here should be a hole. Why am I not finding this one? I think what I'm doing is bending. Sorry, I pick it up so I can get it up on my face so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, I've got it here. Wider than I wanted to, but it'll work. What a pretty wreath that's making. Look at that. And this is really not difficult. I think I'm going to use one more bunch after this one. I don't think I can fill in this hole, but I might be able to. No, I don't want to, they're nice and full all the way around. I don't want to try it and make it not so full. We've got plenty of flowers. Oop, get up there. Well, this is a beautiful tulip wreath. Look at that. Let me get another bunch. Get rid of some of these in pieces. We'll cut off 4 more. We save all of these leaves because they would look good in a floral arrangement. Now, what did I do with, oh, here it is, my tape. I'm really holding the tape and twisting the little pod of flowers. And it just kind of twists it down. So you see. Where is it? There it is. All right, now. Oh, perfect. Here's the challenge, just trying to get this in here, but I think I can do that. In between these flowers. Move this flower out of the way so I can see. There it is. Whoop. It came out, but that's all right. I didn't have it tightened yet. So we'll put it right back in. Whoop, to get in there. Not getting it in the right place. There we go. Well, aside from that one leaf that's sticking there, that I think I will cut off, because it's the only one in here. I lost a blossom. I wonder where it fell off. Well, I know how I can fix that. We'll just put a little glue on the end of it. Push it right down in there. There you go. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? What pretty colors, huh? Beautiful. And the wire will go right through the back of this and onto the wreath. Let me get the wreath and I'll show you what it's going to look like. I'll be right back. Okay, here you can see the wreath, and we have the St. Patrick's insert on it. And that's really pretty, and it hangs in my kitchen. And when I'm filming this, tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. Pretty? And then I'll take this off and we'll put our tulip one on, and wait till you see. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Perfect. Just the perfect size, and all the greenery comes out around it. Doesn't need any kind of a ribbon. And it will just hang on the wall. Now we did make the carrot wreath, and I could use that and then just keep this one for a spring, but I think I might put, this is so pretty, I love it. I think I might put the carrot on my baker's rack and just put this one in. What a beautiful little wreath. Now let me just give you an idea of how big this is finished from side to side. At the widest point, about 12 inches. So it was an 8-inch frame, and I used 3.5 bunches. And they were $1.99 a bunch. So that's 2, 4, 6, $7. Plus the zip ties. And the mesh I had from last year, so I didn't buy any mesh this year. But isn't that beautiful? I think that is gorgeous. I can't wait for tomorrow to be over. Okay, I'll be back in just a second with a few parting words. I'll leave you with a pretty wreath to look at. Back in a minute. So there you go. You can see it hanging over here. It's really, really pretty. I love it. It is so full and colorful, and it really looks like spring. Of course, do you know what spring is in Florida? Nothing. It's already 86 degrees. So, at any rate, but spring is beautiful. It's a beautiful time of the year. It's like a rebirth. And I remember up north, the tulips and the crocus would come up, and they'd be so pretty, and then they'd get buried in an April snowstorm. But the crocus always made it through. I guess they got used to getting buried in an April snowstorm. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Give it a try if you've got a little wire frame. You don't have to use that styrofoam. They actually go on quite nicely with the zip ties. However, I think I would wrap the frame in some mesh. Now you could just take, a roll of 10-inch mesh and just cut strips, because yes, the edges will ravel, but you're going to be wrapping around a frame anyway. Or they do actually have mesh ribbon that you could use. You will need to have a mesh that has some holes big enough to get your zip ties through. But other than that, it was really not that difficult, and it was really, really pretty. I'm proud of myself. That was my first tulip wreath, and I'll be sure and make some more now. Just what I need, more tulip wreaths. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new here and this was your first time seeing me out to play, and you'd like to come back again, hit the subscribe button down here and the bell, and you'll be notified every time we put a video up. I do Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. And if you're one of my regulars. Bless you, and I am so happy to have you all here. I enjoy all of your comments, and some of you have some really good suggestions. Somebody had a frame, and I'll have to go back and read them again. A frame they found at Michael's. I want to say an infinity frame or something like that. I haven't seen, not Michael's, Dollar Tree. I haven't seen anything like that in my Dollar Tree, but I haven't been in a little bit. So I might have to look around again. And anyhow, I hope you all stay safe, play by the rules. Keep your distance, wear your mask, wash your hands. And I will see you on Friday. Everybody play nice now. Love you. Bye-bye.